Training a model with Geti is easy and requires very little AI expertise. But if you'd like to have more control over the training process, here are the most important things to know. Before we continue, some important terminology. The model has many parameters. These are the weights and biases and the structure of the neural network. There are few possible ways to train the model, like how fast it will learn, for how long. These external knobs are called hyperparameters, and this is the topic of this video. People sometimes mix between them, and I'm not different, but this is the focus, hyperparameter. First of all, the dataset. Geti is taking all your data and divide it into three. Most of it will be used for the training. Images in. If the output is not expected, correct the neural network. Some of the data, what we call the validation set, will be used in parallel and will help the model understand if it converges, if the parameter it's using are optimal, if the model is overfitting, and so on. After the training is done, we will try the test set to see how the model is doing on data it has never seen before. What is an epoch? It is not enough to have the model use the entire dataset only once. The process of learning is iterative and requires sometimes many passes over the same data. One complete path over the entire training set is called an epoch. What is a loss function? A loss function is a mathematical formula that measures the error between the model's prediction and the true value. The goal during training is to minimize this loss so the model gets more accurate over time. What is the learning rate? During the training, we're updating the model weights and biases. This is how it improves over time. By how much to update the model weights is an important question. This determines the pace at which the model is learning, and it is called the learning rate. Let's look at that graph. Let's assume it represents the loss function. Of course, we would like to minimize the loss, so get all the way to the bottom of the graph. Each time we update the weights, we progress on the graph. If our learning rate is too slow, it will take the models forever to get there. It might also get stuck at a local minimum. If the learning rate is too high, it might overshoot the optimal solution and never get to the most optimal point. Let's take a look at Geti. If you choose any of the models that were already trained by Geti, you can see the model itself in various formats: OpenVINO, PyTorch, Onyx. You can also take a look at the dataset, what data was used for training, validation, and testing, and the model's parameters. Here you can have lots of data. You can see the epochs progress over time, the GPU memory usage. Some of it is a little bit more technical than you need, but it is all here. You can see how the model loss function converge over time. You can see that it is not smooth, and sometimes the model is going backward, getting worse from epoch to epoch, and then converges again. Let's see how to tune these parameters, hyperparameters. Geti will choose a model for you, but you can always choose yourself. Click on the Train Model button and you'll get some model options to choose from. Please see my previous video. If you choose the advanced setting, you can get more model options, and you can click on the data management that allows you to decide the usage combination of the data. You can see that by default 70% of the data is used for training, 20% for validation, and 10% for testing, but you can change it, for example, if you feel that you need more data for training or for testing. Next is tiling. If your image is huge and you do not want to just resize and lose data, you can ask for automatic tiling, and Geti will break each huge image into smaller ones. You can also customize the tiling and decide that what will be the size of each of the tiles and how much overlap to keep between them. Easy to choose, easy to reset to the default values. Let's take a look at the training parameters. First option is to choose the baseline for the next model training. By default, the next version of the model will start from your previous version, so the model can improve over time. But sometimes you want to start the new version from the baseline, from the beginning, and you can do it right here. Here, you can put the input size of the image, how many epochs to run. Sometimes too many will only degrade the model. What is the learning rate? How fast the model can learn. If you don't know any better, I choose the default. If to stop the model when there is no progress, and how much patience do we have, meaning how many epochs with no progress to hold before quitting. Hyperparameters tuning. I hope you found it useful. Thank you. Subscribe.